They turned my food stamp off, and I gotta pay back $35,000.
And how to scam the government?
I have to pay back $27,000.
And it's gonna backfire. Trust me when I say in some way it's gonna backfire.
If you are a single parent household, or if you are just struggling with buying groceries and you have multiple children, this message is for you. I have been on welfare benefits for 13 years now, okay? I have 6 kids, 4 different baby daddies. Been on welfare for 13 years. I have never worked a day in my life, okay? I receive food stamps, $4,300 a month in food stamps. I receive cash assistance. So there's food stamps and there's cash assistance. The cash assistance is cash on your food stamp card. You go and buy a piece of gum at the store and then you can get cash back. You can spend it on whatever you want. $2,100 in cash every single month. Section 8. I've never had to pay $1 in rent. Never. Never. I also get a $300 utility check every month for utilities. I have to use that $300 for utilities. Disability. I am on disability. My boyfriend is on disability. And my 6 kids are on disability. That's $900 for 1 times 8. So $7,200 a month in disability. So, like I said, if you are struggling, let me know in the comments and I will make another video on how to scam the government.
She will literally put so much effort and thought into scamming the government, but no effort into being less of a bum. The next clip is someone who is most likely her student.
I just went to check the mail, and I received a letter from the food stamps office. It says, after multiple videos were sent into our office, we had to conduct an investigation. And during our investigation, we did come across a few discrepancies in your application. It says, therefore, over the last 6 months, you received benefits that did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. You know how much I have to pay back? Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back? I have to pay back $27,000. Good thing is that they offer a payment plan, because where the fuck am I gonna get $27,000 off of? And guess what? I'm not even gonna pay it. Y'all have to prove to me. Where's the proof? This letter doesn't mean anything. Where's the proof? Show me the proof of what I was doing wrong. This is unbelievable. Didn't your parents ever teach you to mind your own business? Or they didn't teach you that?
The existence of these parasites will be the end of us all if they don't get cut off.
I've been receiving food stamps for the last 7 years.
That's too long.
Consistently. I just received a letter in the mail telling me that I now have to do community service
I like where we're going with this. It's teaching you a valuable lesson about work ethic. You need to take heed of this lesson and, embrace it.
hours, at least 15 hours a week.
15 hours a week. Let's up that. Let's get to 30. Let's get to 40. Teach you what a work week's like. That would be the way to go.
I have to take out of my time things that I do every day.
You don't work. You have a lot of free time
To do community service so that I can still continue to receive the benefits that I receive.
I think this is a wonderful program they have started. Make these people learn that work ethic and working matters and get them in the mode of, supporting themselves. We've coddled too long.
I could not have said it better myself. There really needs to be a limit on how long you can be on EBT benefit.
Hey, can I ask you something? Why do people care so much about what folks on food stamps buy? The entire purpose of the SNAP program was to make sure that everybody has access to food. So, who cares if they're using a portion of those dollars to buy snacks or juices? Kids love snack and juices. Adults love snack and juices. So why should they not have access to those things too? And let's be real, a lot of people live in food deserts. They may not have access to those grocery stores that have affordable and nutritious food sources. And there may not be a reliable transportation source to get them from their neighborhood to the grocery stores and then back to their neighborhoods. So what they may have access to quickly get food is those corner stores and gas stations. And what do corner stores and gas stations usually have? A lot of junk foods. Let's be real, not everybody knows how to prepare like a scratch meal with fresh ingredients. Some people never learn, and it could just be that they're living in a cycle of being in food deserts and all they've ever had access to was junk food. So if we want to have a conversation about addressing food deserts and social inequalities and making sure everybody has access to nutritious food, that's a different conversation. And even if they do know how to make scratch meals, like they may not have the time. Like there are people working multiple jobs to make ends meet, so who cares if they get a microwavable meal or some snacks or junk foods to just get them through the day? Like, why do people care so much about what they're spending their benefits on? I personally don't care. If people are using their benefits to feed themselves and their families, I feel like the program is working. But I've seen a lot of conversations lately about people like demonizing recipients of SNAP benefits for buying like junk foods in addition to whatever else they're buying. And I'm just like, they're buying food. What is the issue? What do you think?
If they really do have jobs, they should buy junk food for their kids if they want it so badly and leave taxpayers out of it. They are used to people turning a blind eye to their stupidity. If you have money for nails, eyelashes, and makeup, then you have money for junk food.
The more I read that EBT ban, the more pissed off I get for people, because now in some states you won't be able to buy chips, snack cakes, granola bars, flavored water, flavored carbonated water, anything less than 50% juice you're not going to be able to buy. So those diet juices, like the diet cranberry juice, gone. Chips, they make a baked option, and I'm thinking to myself, like with WIC, you could get certain cereals, like they even allow like honey bunches of oats and what is that, great grains, banana, where I live, but apparently you're not even gonna be able to get baked potato chips. I think this is not about wanting to get people healthy. This is about controlling people and taking joy out of people's lives completely. And it's gonna backfire. Trust me when I say in some way it's gonna backfire. People like me who don't have food stamps are gonna be paying higher prices than those that, you know, I even think real food is probably gonna go up too. Some prepared foods you're not even gonna be able to get, like waffles. I think in Florida, like, you know, we're able to get like prepared pancakes. Everybody can't cook. Everybody don't have an oven or a microwave. Everybody doesn't have a house. Control. And then people are happy about this. Yay, do it. But yet, like I said, prisoners, 3 meals a day, a shower, a cot, a piece of cake on your tray at dinner time. But no, you draw the line at candy.
If you are someone who doesn't, then just shut up and let us who care about how our hard-earned money is used. Let's take a look at someone who still wonders why we care so much.
What I'm not understanding is, why are some of you rejoicing about people losing their EBT and SNAP benefits? Like, what is that going to do? It's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to get you extra eggs, extra bacon, extra milk. It's not going to do anything for you. So why are you so bothered by what someone decides to do with their stamps? Oh, all they want to do is not work. Not everybody who receives government assistance is lazy and doesn't want to work. Like, y'all haven't messed up. You're not going to receive any extra money on your check. You're not going to get anything by somebody possibly losing the way they provide and feed their family. Why do you care that much?
Yeah, we may not get more money, but we can trust that the money will go to people who actually need it and not scammers taking advantage of the system.
If they want to buy chips, whatever they want to, that's their right. I remember in the 90s, I had a babysitter that she was used. I didn't know what food stamps looked like because my mother didn't have it. And I was like, oh, Ma, when we went out with Auntie so-and-so, because, you know, we called our elders Auntie, she paid for the stuff with funny money. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was McDonald's. We went to McDonald's. And she paid for the food with what I thought was funny money. So what? I have friends that had their black cards, and I called it a black card because you could get whatever you want. With the EBT, oh, what? Yeah. Money ain't a thing, throw it out like rice. We going to the supermarket with your black card? Yeah, girl, we going to the supermarket. Yup, a black card, because that's what we called it, a black card, because there's no limit. Of course, there's a limit. But we go and get everything, and we would chill in the house, cook food, eat food, and spend time together. That's how simple it was. Oh, you got your black card, girl? All right, I'm coming over. What we about to eat? Why is that bothering you that somebody isn't gonna receive SNAP or EBT? I promise you're not gonna get an extra $100 on your check. You're not gonna receive anything extra by somebody else losing out on food stamps.
Seems everything falls on deaf ears. We might have to open their brains to get the message across at this point.
Before you go banning junk foods and sodas from EBT food stamps, make healthy food more affordable. In case you didn't hear me, make healthy food more affordable. Some states are banning juices. Yes, juices, if they don't contain at least 50% of natural juice. We all know if you want a bottle of natural juice, that's gonna be $3, $4, $5, $6, depending on your area. You can no longer go to the Dollar Tree and buy that $1.25 or $1.50 juice. We also forget that the parents, there's multiple women and men that are on food stamps that have children. They buy their kids snacks on these food stamps to provide for them for school. Their birthday parties are cakes purchased with food stamps for saving the kids, but you don't want to save the kids when they're out the womb. You want to take away from them, make their lives even more miserable.
This lie again? Buying to cook from scratch lasts you for days, unlike when you buy chips and soda that'll finish the same day, and you go back multiple times in a week for more, wasting our money. Let's get into the next video.
So YouTube, this your girl Quay, and yes, we at sales doing the shopping haul. So they got some animal crackers for $8.98, so we just gonna grab one of these. So yeah, my kids like Nutriment bars, so we pay for about 30 seeds for $9.98, so we gonna grab that. We gonna put it on. So yeah, we had all this like shopping. So we got some chips, some blow pop for the kids, some little bites, some hot chips, some fish, some delicious, some powdered donuts. Hopefully, guys, some things. Yeah, let's get kids over here. About 6 minutes, we're gonna those. We're gonna those. Oh, two, we're gonna go to the upper house. Only 4, 6, 6, 6, and yeah, so
What you need is a gym membership card, not an EBT. They really think the card is some infinite money glitch that they...
You know what's going on, but something really is happening. So I went to do a grocery order with my EBT. It's the start of the month. My EBT's like reloaded. I have me and my 3 boys to feed. I'm a single mom. I go to pay for my order and there's only $3 on my card. And I'm supposed to be getting like $900 a month for all 4 of us to eat. And so I go into DSHS today, the DSHS office, and they told me that someone skimmed my card and that they'll send it to the fraud department, but I most likely won't get any help. Apparently this is happening like all over the place. He said that they get probably 10 people a day coming in to report it happening to them. And this used to be like something that just happened like once a year to someone. Now it's so bad. And I said, well, will they be able to help me? Will you guys be able to help me with food? And they said, no. And unfortunately, it's really, really hard to fight for your case. They don't want to, the state doesn't want to pay back all these people because they can't. I was like, okay, so what are we supposed to do? And he said, I'm sorry. I don't know. I was like, that means we don't have food for a month. And we don't have the funds to do that. That's why we have EBT. So I don't know what the I'm supposed to do. And I posted it on Facebook asking if it's happened to anybody else. And there were so many people on there. And even on that post I made, there were people trying to scam me even on my posts. Like oh my God. I didn't even know that people could like steal your EBT information because you have to have a PIN for it. And yeah, they're doing it. They spent all $900 in one day in Idaho, which I don't know how. I didn't know that you could do that if it's for like, I'm in Washington State. I didn't know that they could still do that in other states. But it was in Idaho, like 3 times, 3 big purchases, and then in California, 3 big purchases. So the guy felt really bad talking to me. He's like, I wish that I could tell you that there's something we could do, but I'm so sorry we can't help you. And he said it's just most likely that they're not going to refund me, but I can fight for it to get help with the fraud department. And it's really difficult because my kids have sensory disorders, so they're really picky. Like they can't eat certain foods. They literally can't because of their disorder. So they need like specific foods. All 3 of them. I have to do school lunches, I have to do dinners, and then on the weekend they eat a lot because they do have sensory disorders, so they're always hungry because they don't eat foods that are like making them super full, so they're just eating like a lot of food. It's not like most kids. I mean, you can ask any parents with autism. These kids eat a lot. So I don't care about me. I could eat a bowl of ramen for like 2 days. My kids need to eat. They need to eat. Oh, this is so
Don't have
bad.
kids if you cannot take care of them yourself. That is very irresponsible, and no irresponsible adult should be raising children. What a headache these people are. Based on the next videos, it seems karma is back in action.
Maybe when people be like, girl, how you get food stamps? I wish I get food stamps. You better start lying.
This lovely lady went on TikTok telling her followers to lie so they could qualify for food stamps. As you guessed it, it caught up to her.
Call me and say, ma'am. I say, yes, ma'am. She gonna say, what's your address? I say, ma'am, I don't have no address. I've been homeless for 3, 4, 5 months. I have nothing. My family won't let me stay with them, ma'am. I'm starving. While I'm kicked back in a motherfucking 3-bedroom. And everything. Living lovely. Then she gonna say, ma'am, what's your job title? I say, ma'am, they won't hire me anywhere. I don't have no job. I've been putting application after application. It's just like nothing work. Yeah, that lady was on the phone. She said, ma'am, I'm so sorry for all of this that you're going through. She said, we just shipped your card out. You should have about $1,000 on your card from last month and this month, and your balance and your payment every month is gonna be $300.
That I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps. Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000. They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just running with but them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off, and I have to pay them back $35,000. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna get $35,000 from, but I have to pay them back. So y'all, watch what y'all put on the internet because everything is not for the internet.
They all really do lack common sense because it took this for you to realize not everything is meant for the internet. Well, you wanted the attention, now you got it. I hope more people get what's coming to them just like this. Well, until next time guys, in the meantime you can check out other videos on the channel.